All right. Well, let's get started. My neighbor asked me to go take a walk and I couldn't resist this morning because it's been so hot to walk, right? Okay. So let's gather our center here by tuning into the breath. We'll take some nice breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Breath is in and breath is out. Let it start to even up. Let's go for a cadence breathing this morning. So about an inhale of 4. If it's too much, then decrease it. Oh, Oscar, you're tired and you've barely walked. Increase to 3, 4, maybe 5, and then exhaling out for about even. So I'm going to go with 4. So we're going to inhale in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the nose. A few more times. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling out 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's turn it into box breath. So box breath is where we'll go for 4 or 3, hold for 4 or 3, exhale out for 4 or 3, and hold for 4 or 3. So inhaling in 1, 2, 3, 4, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and holding 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a great breath to practice. It's called box breath, and it brings you to an optimal number of breaths per minute. Inhaling one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and holding 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's your homework to practice that breath. Let's just move in gentle circles on our hips, cueing our body that we are going to start moving with ease. And then reverse it. And we're going to play a little bit today with doing some movements with our eyes open. And then if you will, if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. So I'll cue you when, but just to play around with different neural pathways. Come back to center. Let's interlace our fingers and make little kind of like, I don't know, figure 8s or infinity signs with your wrists. Just kind of circling around there. Yeah, you can kind of walk it up a little bit and take it down and towards the right. Notice how perhaps one way is easier than the other, or one wrist may be moving a little bit more than the other. Just kind of check that out. And then go ahead and flip the thumb that's on top without looking. Haha. Do that a few times. So one's on top. My right one's on top. Now I'm going to switch it to the left. It's the other fingers that get a little funky, right? Just try it. So now go for the opposite one you tend to go for and do this a few more times just to see if it feels any different to you. Notice if it feels funny even in your brain, right? Moving is one of the best things that you can do to keep yourself youthful, fluid, All right, let that go. Let's circle the shoulders around. Yes. Feel the crunchies. And then take your right arm out to the side, then towards the left, bend your elbow, touch yourself on your traps on the left side and give yourself a little massage there. Ooh, that feels good. So just feel what's going on. Might feel kind of hard, like there's a lot of tension trapped in there, and just give it a little circular motion with the pads of your fingers. And then let's do the other side. So take the left arm out, cross it over, bring it to your opposite side, and notice, for me, this side isn't quite as tight. So notice for you, one side's probably a little tighter than the other. And then you start moving it around. You go, oh, that's a different area. You haven't been familiar with that area in a while. All right, let that go. Let's dip the right ear down towards the right shoulder. And then circle the chin downward and towards the left. I'm sorry, towards your right. Take a breath in and out, and then circle the chin down and upwards. Awesome. Perhaps sit a little bit forward in your chair. Take your arms forward and swim them back like the breaststroke. So arms are forward, spread your fingers. Feel a little bit of resistance here. So you might start, it feels easy, and then go a little bit slower, like you're trying to push big, strong waves. You're pushing against them or pressing against them. So the backs of your hands are facing each other as you move forward. Then you press the water away. Cool water, right? One more. Take it forward and around. And then let's inhale and take the arms into cactus. Good. And take your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders. Let's twist towards your right. Head turns after the lower part of your body. So your shoulders, your torso turns first. Lower part of your spine. Inhale to center and twisting other way towards your left. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale back to center. Open up your arms wide, spread your fingers. On your exhale, curl the fingers down towards your arm domes. Then inhale them up and bring them up and over. Notice how that feels. I'm feeling this kind of sensation in my hand. Let's make a fist here. Curl your fingers in towards your palms. Inhale, open it up, and Popeye it now. Popeye, strong, spinach, right? Inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl it on down. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl it on in. And one more. Somebody's making this funny face. I see this little smiley face coming in. That's great. iPhone 2. All right. Find your twist. Left hand outside, right thigh. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, come to center. Exhaling, right arm outside, left thigh. And to center. Take your right arm up towards the sky. It may or may not straighten all the way. Find your side bend. You can hold on to the side of the chair or push your hand into your thigh as you reach. If you so desire, you might, and it's accessible to you, you may take the left hand to the right wrist. Good. And then reach upwards towards the sky. Notice how the shoulders may travel with it like this. See how the shoulders going up towards the ears? Drop them down. Drop them down. Then find your side bend. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, find center. Exhale. We've got really thick waves. Push down into the thick waves. Wide, strong, spread fingers like there's webs in between them and you're spreading them. And then inhale, the left arm rises. Right hand may or may not travel up. Reach high again, lift your shoulders to your ears. Oh my, that's high. Then let that go. Side bend now towards your right. Breath is in and breath is out. Inhale upwards and exhale, flow your arms down. Let's go for a sun salute. So inhale, arms rise to your extent. Exhale, lean forward. Feel your shoulder blades on the back. Let's take our hands to our hips. And then as you lengthen forward, it's about a 30% angle here. Take the shoulders up to your ears and pull them back, but not so far back that you feel stress in your neck. So take a moment to feel that adjustment of a long back of the neck. You can always tilt a little bit more forward or rise up a little. Now push down through your feet. Pull your elbows, the points towards the center, towards your spine. Then inhale, open up your arms into cactus. Turn your fingers down and then lower your fingers towards the earth, wherever they touch. And you might place blocks nearby if you want to put your fingers on blocks or books, whatever you've got near you. Now we're going to inhale, take the cactus arm up. So elbows are rising. Then forearms lift up. You got it. Inhale, arms rise. Side bend to your right. Inhale to center, flow it to the left. Try to flow a little bit here. That's part of sun salutes, is moving with breath. Doesn't matter so much about is perfection. Come on down, lean forward, find your cactus, tilt the elbows upwards, lower the fingertips towards your shins, towards your legs, hands to your thighs, whichever feels good to you. And then inhale, elbows lift, forearms lift. As the forearms lift, you can really start to feel your shoulder blades come on your back, push down through your feet and your hips, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're just going to keep adding on to this a little bit more. So tilt forward, find your cactus, lower your arms down towards the earth. Inhale, lift your elbows up, forearms up. Push down through your feet and your hips, rise up, arms lift, side bend towards your right, side bend towards your left. Left arm remains up, left leg moves forward. Got it? Now switch it up. Ooh, heard a little crack there. Switch it up again. And switch it up. Good. Touch your hand to your opposite knee. A few times alternating, just to bring in some movement. Always good to do cross body, cross brain, right? From one point to the next. Now, how about close your eyes if it's comfortable for you, right? If it's accessible, if it makes you dizzy or something, don't do it. So close your eyes and try to touch the opposite leg with your palm or fingers, just to notice what it's like. Good. Come back to center, arms into cactus, tilt forward. Take your hands to your hips, pull the elbows in. Exhale, lower your fingertips towards the earth. This is where we're going to go. Inhale halfway up. So fingertips either on the blocks or on your hands. Draw your shoulders up and back. Press down into your thighs or into the blocks as you lift halfway up. So now your spine is long. Either way, hands on thighs or on blocks. Press down, rise up, right leg, left arm. Good. Close your eyes. Let's do cadence breath right here. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. You can always lower down. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4. Change it up. Change it up. You can always have your heel down or up or resting on a block. There's no right or wrong. Find the version that's right for you. So right arm's lifted, left leg is forward. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that leg back in and let's take our feet out into goddess pose. How you doing, Oscar? Very active morning for you. We did our walk first because it's getting so hot. All right, so push your hands into your thighs, then diag your left side of your body towards the right, arm reaches. Now turn the palm so it's facing towards the left, pushing against the water. And now inhale, arm lifts, cactus or lengthening the arm, forearm on the thigh. Find that side body stretch. Then bend your elbow, tuck yourself behind your head. Lean back into your palm. So your palm is supporting your head. Let the elbow come a little bit forward, look down. Then inhale, open up, elbows towards the sky. Exhale, curl down. Push your feet down into the earth. Inhale, elbow rises up. Reach long. Press down to your feet. Lift up, heels rise. Yes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the heels down. Maybe interlace your fingers either forward or upwards. That's it. Press away. Press away. Release it down. Now, right side of the body towards the left. Lengthen the arm towards the corner in your room. Turn the palm towards the right. Swim it around. Push your feet down. That's it. And then come on up. Find your side bend. And take your hand behind your head. Good. Press gently, head into hand. Bring the elbow forward and then look down. The elbow is going to go down. I'm feeling a nice stretch at that shoulder blade area right behind the right shoulder blade. Inhale, tilt the elbow upwards. So lift it upwards, maybe gaze upwards. Exhale, tilt down, gaze down. Inhale, open it up. Swim your arm towards the left. Take a breath in, a breath out. Inhale, heels rise, push the palms away from you. Awesome. Exhale, lower it down. You may want a black, up to you. We're going to do a version of triangle. So right knee is bent, left leg is long. You can adjust yourself on your seat. So adjust yourself so you feel centered. Then we're going to place, if you have a block, you have a block. If you don't, you don't. I'm going to place it right behind the calf, but you can experiment with it forward, in front of or in back of. Inhale, arms lift. So the right heel is about underneath the knee. And then you're going to tilt down towards the block or towards your calf or shin. Fingertips may touch down. You can keep your right hand at your hip at first. Then pull your belly in and up, lifting the arms skyward. That's it. Now bend your elbow. Lean slightly back into your hand. Good. Press down through the left heel and pull it towards you like you had a tie around your foot and you were pulling the toes towards you. Spread them. We're not looking at them. Doesn't matter what they look like. Inhale, rise up. Hands at the heart. Notice how your body feels. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your body. Feel what the body is communicating from the inside out. Maybe it feels energized. Maybe it's thanking you for your practice. Good. Now push your ridges in towards each other. So your ridges of the fingers in towards each other. Now push your little prints in towards each other. Now ridges. Now prints. Now ridges. That's it. Open it up. Tilt towards the long leg, towards your left leg. Maybe close your eyes here. Pull your belly in and up. Lifting the bottom arm and maybe holding like a beach ball in your arms. So curling the upper arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, we rise up and bring that heel back in. Good. Might want to recenter there for the other side. Oscar's going to block my right leg. Oh, Oscar. I know it's been a stressful morning doing something we don't normally do in our routine. Okay, so heel is underneath. Lift up, lengthen long. Good. Tilt down towards your shin or the block. You can play with the block, by the way. If you have a block, you can start at the highest level. And if you feel like you want to go down to a lower level, you just turn it towards this middle height. And so we're tipping, or you might keep it at right there. I kind of like that. And then lifting up. Now you can play with closing your eyes just to see what it's like. Take your hand behind your head. That's it. Lean slightly back. Pull your bellies in. Inhale, arm lifts. We're going to press down, rise up. Notice what you pressed down with. Was it, and intuitively, was it the right heel? What did the left foot do? Just to notice, it's not like we're judging either side. Let's go again. Tip it down. Now, pull wildly that right heel down and towards your hip socket. That's it. Maybe the arm lifts up. Maybe it stays at your hip. Maybe the hand is behind the head. We want to try to keep our head. So if we were drawing a line with the spine, it was about in line. But you know what? That is really, really tough because we can't see ourselves. We don't know. It's hard to know. Where's that head in space? You might lift the bottom arm and lengthen through to hold your beach ball. Now, wildly push down through the left foot, the right heel, rise up. That's a good little stretch. And bring it on in. Let's do boat pose in the chair. I'll turn this way because I think it's a better view. And then we'll go down to the earth for Earthy Fridays. All right. So holding on to the chair, maybe coming a little bit forward in the chair. And then lean slightly back. Notice when your belly engages. And then come on forward and release that. As you lean back, exhale. Exhale out through your nose, maybe come onto your tippy toes. Your hands can be on the side of the chair or on your lap. And come on forward. Now we're going to lift one leg. So right leg, left arm. Maybe. These are always options, right? Like you don't have to. Come on back up. Switch it. Belly pulls in, leaning back. Heart is open. Shoulder blades are together. A lot going on here. Let's switch it up a few times. Watch your breath. Feel your breath. Oscar, I don't know what you're barking at, but I don't hear anything. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, hold the chair, come onto your tippy toes, perhaps lean back. You're not going to lift your legs, but imagine you're lifting your toes off the earth. So it's really hard. You want to make sure your chair is stable. Imagine you're lifting your legs up. Now maybe you lift one and then the other and come back. This is really hard. I think it's really hard to lift both legs up. Perhaps you have a block and you place it in between your thighs. Let's try that again. Hug the block, lean back. Now, maybe it's a little bit easier to lift the feet up. Maybe not. This is tough stuff. It's core work. And come on down. We'll do it again. So you always have options. Block is an option. Keeping your hands on the side is an option. Arms forward is an option. Arms upwards is an option. Pretending you're holding a cane or a strap or actually holding it. Here's a strap. Or you could hold another block if you have it. And lifting the heart, hugging the block, imagining you're lifting the legs. They may or may not lift. Maybe they do for a split second. But let's rock it forward and back. We can get a chair pose out of this. Now, if you want a chair in front of you for chair pose, that's always a nice idea. And I'm pulling this tie taut. I like using canes, you know that. So lean forward, because those are straight sticks, right? Sit bones are back. Maybe we lift the arms about shoulder height. Maybe they come a little bit higher. Sit bones are back. And then they angle down in the belly tones. Exhale, release. Come on down. All right, here we go again. Now this time, if you want to go, and it feels accessible to you, from chair pose to go to a forward fold, you can. Either you sit back down and do a forward fold, or you'll be standing in your chair pose, bending your knees, lowering down towards the earth, only if it feels safe for you. And then we'll sit on down. Make sure the block doesn't hit I would take the block out so it doesn't hit the chair. So here's how this looks. We rock forward and back. We come towards a chair pose. We forward fold either from the chair or standing, release your head and your jaw. Maybe let the head sway right and left, release any tension in your head. Then have a seat. Have a seat in your chair if you're not already seated. Bring the arms back up. Let's do that flow one more time. So we rock forward and back. We lift into chair pose. We decide maybe we'll lift the arms a little bit higher. Maybe we won't. Maybe you'll close your eyes for a split second as long as you feel safe. Now your hands may be on a chair in front of you. Then we're going to forward fold, release the head and the jaw, Let the head sway one way and then the other just to release the neck muscles. Have a seat. And there you go. What's up, Oscar? What's up? Okay, we're going to go down towards the earth. Oscar, you look like you want to say something. I love when he tilts his head. It's like they're trying to understand us. They're trying to understand us. Oh, Oscar, why do you always go in the middle of the point of view, huh? All right, we're going to come down to the earth. So pulling your chair towards the wall is a good thing to do. And bring your blanket and your strap. And then we'll come on down. Maybe you're putting the blanket underneath your knees so you can get down safely. So we slowly lower it down. And I'm going to move the chair out of the way. And we'll go on to our hands and knees. Hands and knees for cat cow, because we really haven't done any cat cows. We got to get the cat cows in. All right, so fingers are spreading and knees are walking back a little bit. So the table's long. You got a long picnic table. And then we're going to round our spine, curl it upwards, gaze through, chin to chest. And then inhale, melt your heart. Sit bones rise, shoulders come together, head in line with spine. So not yanking back, not tilting forward, but about midway from up and down. So it's lining up with your heart. Exhale, round your spine, pull your belly in and up. Inhale, sit bones rise, heart rises. Exhale, we round. Inhale, we reverse. One more. Exhale, round. Now close your eyes for this one, perhaps. Gaze inward, pull the belly in. Feel your strong arms. Find your cow pose. Eyes may be still closed. When your eyes are closed, notice what you pay attention to. It may be very different. And then let's start to lean forward and back. You might open your eyes or close. You know, some people like to practice yoga with their eyes closed. I've never been one for that because who knows? You know, we all have our tendencies. Obviously, proprioception, it takes some of that away. Or it adds some to it if you look at it a different way. It's a different way of moving when the eyes are closed. But you know you're safe. You're on the earth. And you know that you're not going to fall. So it's a good place to try it out. Now, let's walk our arms towards the right for a crescent shape moon. So arms towards the right, sit bones towards the left. You can always bend your elbows. Hi, Oscar. You're kind of in a crescent too. Breathe in and breathe out. Now notice how you feel some lengthening on the left side of the body if your arms are going towards the right. Inhale, move to center and then towards the left. So your hips now go towards the right as your arms go towards the left. And play with it here, how much you walk your fingertips forward. But if you feel pain, then bend your elbows a little bit until you don't feel discomfort. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale to center. We're going to go down onto our bellies. And you can keep the blanket underneath your hips and ribs. Some people like that for their lower spine, or you can move it out of the way. If you tend to get lower back pain, you might enjoy the blanket under your belly. Then we're going to come down onto the belly. So take your time to get there. And then bring your hands by the sides of your heart and push your fingertips in like spider hands. Push your fingertips in like, one person once said, and it kind of stuck with me, I must be in a cupcake mood. They said to have your hands on, oh, like you're not going to touch the frosting on the cupcake. So we're pushing our fingertips down, then draw your shoulders to your ears and back. Dip your chin slightly down as you lengthen through the back of your neck. Feel this back bend and then exhale, lower back down. Now, if you feel any lower back pain, don't come up so high. Let's put our forearms down. They're by your side. You're going to push down through your hands and your forearms, lift your heart. This is Sphynx Pose, or a version of Sphynx Pose. The arms are a little wider. Then exhale, lower down. Now, when we rise up, you're pushing down through your forearms and your palms. Press down, heart rises, shoulders up and back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, we rise, shoulder blades together. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, rise up. Really feel the shoulder blades moving in towards your spine. Now, maybe you take the right arm forward and the left leg lifts a little bit. Your left arm is still pushing down into the mat. Switch it up. Come back to both arms down, shoulders up and back. Only lift as much as you feel comfortable. No lower back pain allowed. Push down through your forearms, heart lifts. Exhale, release. Lift the right leg and lengthen the left arm forwards. You're going to feel your hip tone back there as you stretch your toes back. Exhale, lower the arm down. Push down through the forearms one more time. Lift the heart, shoulders up and back. Exhale, release. Take a little break, stacking your forehead on your stacked hands. Let the hips sway right and left and right. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel your belly as it expands into the mat and then it softens. Come back to center. Press your palms down, lift your shoulders up and back, pull your belly in, curl your toes under, pull your belly in, press down through your hands, reach back. So we're not going all the way back. We're in kind of like a half down dog. It's called, some people call it puppy pose. You can have your palms down, or you can pretend those cupcakes are underneath your hands and you're pushing your fingertips into them. Shoulder blades are coming towards each other and your back may feel like a hammock here. Then, because there is that downward curve, imagine your sitting bones are angling down towards your knees or your hips or the earth. And you're going to feel the spine lengthen a little bit more. Then walk your hands back in and we're back into table. Let's release the wrists a little bit more. So one way is to turn the back side of your hand down and have a little bit of pressure, not too much. And you can sway forward and back. Now you might say, ouch, that hurts. So release some of that pressure, let it go. And you can also curl your fingers in towards your palm. It's a little odd, but that gets at it a little bit more. And then we try to straighten the elbow, but it might not straighten all the way. Then release that and turn the fingers outwards towards the right. Now, some people stop right here and that's their range of motion. Some people turn their fingers back towards their knees and that's their range of motion. You could be anywhere in between and then rock forward and back to feel a stretch through your forearms. I'm feeling it right. It's actually the back of the forearm where you might feel that. And you can claw them out with your fingers. Let's shake that out, shake it out, and take that arm out to the side and maybe up towards the sky. And we're going to float it down like we're threading the needle. So you're going to scoop the arm down behind the left wrist and then inhale, rise back up. So we're flowing this arm. We're back through the water. You got it. You got it. I see some of you. So the arm circles back and down and then lift it up. As long as you're not in pain, you're safe. That's what's most important. Arm circles down and back behind the wrist. Lift it on up. And let's do the other side. I'm just turning so you can see me. You may have your toes curled under. You might have your feet flat. That's okay. We're going to work on this left wrist. So turning the back of the hand down and then just rock, maybe sway the hips. Notice when I rock back is when I start to feel the sensation more. We're trying to keep the elbows straight, but it's hard. So it may not straighten all the way. And the weight is very much in the right hand. Then we might curl the fingers in towards the palm. It's a little odd, but it's okay. And then release that and bring your palm back to neutral and then start to turn it out towards the left and maybe back. It's only going to go to your range. I can't stress this enough. I'm pretty hypermobile, so I can turn my hands and it'll go pretty far back. But you may just be turning your hands to the side. Feel the stretch. You can move your hips around and kind of play. Then we're going to lift the arm. We're going to bring it back to neutral and lift the arm out to the side. The weight's now on the right hand, lift it out to the side. Scoop it down behind the wrist. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, circle it down. Inhale, it lifts up. Exhale, circle it down. Lift it up. That's it. Beautiful. You've got it. One more. And let's let all that go. Now, let's play a little bit with back bending. I'm going to get my chair here. You might want your chair too. You also might want to put a blanket underneath your knees for a little camel pose. Oscar, you're not going to block this one. So your toes might curl under, or your feet can be flat. And if you know that your feet tend to cramp up, then you might do a little bit of this business. You might stick another blanket underneath your feet because sometimes it's just the hardness of the floor that brings that cramp in. And there's a few different, like having your feet curled under can be nice because it adds in muscular action, but pushing your feet down very often is nice too because we're pushing down through the front of the shin and the ankle, and that lengthens it out. So feel that, curl the toes under. Notice how that can, get a stretch through the bottom of the foot. And then press the front of your shins down and notice how that can give a stretch to your ankles. Now, you can take this block, you got a block, and place it in between your thighs. Is it required? No, but it's really nice to help protect the back. A pillow works too. And a firm pillow or a toilet paper roll, paper towel. Now we're going to hug the block. We're going to take our hands first to our hips and lift up and out of the waist. That's it. And then pull your elbows towards each other. Now you might have one or both hands on the chair. So you might have one hand at your waist and one hand on the chair. Do what's right for your body. We're gazing forward, and then we're gonna lift the heart into a little back bend here. So shoulders are up and back, and then come back up. If you have lower back pain, squeeze this thing harder, but also don't go far so back. Don't go back so far. Now, back bends are really from the upper body, not the lower spine. Let's try this again. So shoulders up and back, hug the block, lift the heart and the collarbone upwards. Head is in line with spine. You might take one hand to your chest and press your chest into your hand, or you could take your hand behind your head, which is very supportive and really nice. And then come back up. Now, if it's available to you, you might take both hands behind your head, if it's available to you. So either way, one or both hands are on the chair, heart lifting, head in your palms as you lift your heart upward, push the front of your shins down, heart, vision is upwards, and then come back to neutral. So what we're doing when we do these type of back bends is we're reversing all the forward energy that we're so used to doing. One more time, and this has been a trick my teacher taught me, to take your hands to the back of your thighs. Push your thighs into your hands as you lift your heart. You might have one or both hands on the chair, so then you wouldn't have your hands back behind there. And honestly, that's my favorite one, because you're pushing thighs into hand and hand into thighs. Try it if it works for you. He calls it the buff eye. It's the area between the butt and the thigh. That's where the hand goes. Kind of fits right in there in this pointer finger and thumb curve. And what it does is it gives you something, gives you a little leverage to push into. And then we'll come out of that. And if you have the block in there, you can remove it. Walk your knees back and take your arms forward so you can get a good stretch here. A good stretch. Your toes might curl under. After we do back bends, we want to do some forward bends. I'm going to move the chair out of the way. We don't need it anymore for now. And let's play with a potential down dog before we go on to our backs and sides. A lot to do in short period of time, Oscar. All right, so we're in down. We're going to be in table pose. Curl our toes under. Maybe lift our hips towards the sky just for a moment, and then come on down. Good weight bearing, but you want to feel safe. Try to keep your shoulders on the back. So we're going to add in a cat-cow to do this. Cat, chin to chest, gaze at your belly. Cow, shoulder blades together, heart lifts. Curl your tailbone down towards your knees as you lift into a possible half down dog or full down dog. Anywhere in between is actually full for you because it's perfect. Exhale, lower down. You're perfect just as you are. Have you heard that before? Because it's true. Exhale, round your spine, gaze at your belly. Inhale, reverse your spine into the cat. Find neutral, shoulder blades together, tailbone angling down to knees. Curling your toes under, maybe lift towards a down dog. Then let's release that, let it go. All right, one more plank. You can go on your forearms for plank or on your hands. You decide. So forearms looks like this. Forearms are parallel and elbows are under shoulders or just slightly forward of shoulders. Or you're on your hands. Your knees can be down or your knees can be up. So knees down plank, knees up plank. On your forearms or on your hands. I'm going to do forearms just because I haven't done it in a bit.
And so we're going to do the same thing. Find a cat pose, chin to chest, then a cow pose. Then we're going to pull our bellies in and up, lean forward, keep your knees down, but you can lean forward for your plank. So your nose is moving towards your thumbs, belly's in. If you want, you could lift one or both knees up, just play with a plank for a breath or two. Breathe in, breathe out, maybe lower the knees down, breathe in, breathe out, press back towards a child pose. And we will go on to our backs. So bridge prep pose. You got that, Oscar? Bridge prep pose. Take a little bit of stuff out of the way here. And so we'll come down onto our back. You might have a little folded blanket under your head, but not a big folded blanket because that's really tough on your knee. I mean, on your knees, on your neck. So we're coming down, bridge prep pose. Feet are outside hips. Once you get down there, let your head sway to the right. Maybe close your eyes and just feel the weight of your head going towards the right. Then inhale, nose travels back up. Let your head sway towards the left. Inhale, nose back up. Okay, now we're going for our bridge. Your arms can be down by your side. They can be in robot. Some people are going to interlace their hands underneath their hips. We're going to lift our hips upwards without pushing too far up where you feel a crunching in your lower back. The feet are parallel. Push the feet down into the mat. Feel a little space in between your neck and the mat. If you can't feel space between your neck and the mat, then your neck is flat down and you need to come on down and exhale, release, and remove that blanket if it's behind there. We want to push just the pointy part of our head right back behind there. It's called the occiput down. Let's inhale, rise up. Tone your hips, push your feet down, pull your heels towards you. Maybe walk your shoulders underneath you a little bit. You'll feel the shoulder blades come together and a little more space underneath your body. Exhale, lower the hips almost down, but not all the way. Inhale, they rise up. Exhale, lower them about halfway down. Inhale, they lift up. Press your foot down. The balls of your feet down. Lift your heels up. Lift your ankles up. Exhale, lower your hips halfway down. Lower your heels down. Lower your buttocks towards the earth. Okay, we're going to go for that sequence again. So press down through your feet, rise up. Lift your heels. Lower your hips halfway down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower them halfway down. Lift them up. Exhale, lower your heels down. You're going to feel toning in your buttocks and you might feel a stretch in your thighs. Exhale, release down. A little bit more play before, we're getting close to the end here, guys. All right, one more. We're going to lift up, a little bit more play. Come into your bridge, push down through your feet. Now push down through the left foot and maybe lift the right up for a moment. You can close your eyes and check it out. And then exhale, lower the right foot down. Now you can just imagine lifting the leg. It doesn't matter if it lifts or not. Push down through the right foot, maybe lift the left off the earth. It's not going high, just an inch or two, and release it down. Exhale, lower your hips down. One more time. Push down through your feet. Inhale, lift your hips. Maybe lift the right leg off the earth. Lower it down. Push down through the right. Maybe lift the left. Exhale, lower it down. Okay, let's find a stretch behind the thigh. Pull your right knee in towards you. Lift it skyward. Lift the foot skyward. Your leg may or may not straighten. If you have a strap nearby, you can place it around your foot as you press the heel upwards. Feel the nice stretch here. So the heel is about over your hip. Your knee can be bent. If it's not ready to straighten, don't force it. Just stretch it later in the day too. So pushing the heel upwards towards the sky. Maybe spread your toes. Notice where you feel the stretch. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice where you feel the stretch. Is it behind the calf? Is it behind the thigh? Is it behind the knee? Spread your toes without looking at them. Maybe open up the leg out to the side for a breath, or 2 or 3, keeping the left hip down. Let's take a cadence breath here. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 4. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 4. Inhale, lift the leg back up. You'll maybe pull on the tie a little bit more just to get a little more stretch, but not too much, right? No screaming through the screen. No pushing too hard. Go ahead and release the leg down. Take a moment to feel that leg, and we'll go to the other side. So placing the strap around your foot will just be a minute or 2 more here. So placing the strap around the foot or your hands behind your thigh, pressing the footprint up towards the sky. Notice, I'm noticing my left side is a little tighter than the right. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Take the leg out to the side for the cadence breath. Breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure your right hip stays down. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, leg rises back up. Feel the nice stretch. Spread your toes, maybe close your eyes. Just feel the sensation of stretching. And then release the leg. Let that go. So you can take a spinal twist if you'd like, knees towards the right. And then towards the left. And find your version of a relaxation pose. I know I'm running a little late, but I really hope you stay and you don't have to stay with me, but you could just relax and enjoy the relaxation because you've worked hard. I worked you very hard for a yoga class this morning. And so give your bodies the chance to let go and to feel the sensation of relaxation. I highly, highly recommend it. And you don't need me to do that for you or to guide you through that. Just a nice relaxation breath. So letting any controlling, any pushing, let that go. Breathe in and out through the nose. Let the belly expand and soften on its own. Feel the weightiness of your body against whatever you're sitting or lying on. Feel the touch points of your body against the earth. And just be in this moment. What does it feel like to just be present in this space with this body?
Stay as long as you wish in your resting pose. Remember to do your cadence breath over the weekend. That's your homework. Doing some nice cadence box breathing. We'll take one more together. Breathe in for 4. Hold. Breathe out for 4. And hold. So stay exactly as you are, which I hope you'll do. I'm going to be seated with my palms in front of my heart, expressing gratitude for all of you for coming to your practice, to being right here with your bodies, taking care of yourselves, and coming together as a community. Take a breath in and let it go. As we say namaste. Enjoy your weekends. I see Renata. I'm so excited to see your name there. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'm here for any questions.